Bodies and pavilions, MetLife and sponsors, you are now tuned in to the Disney Holic Show. Hello and welcome to the Disney Holic Show. That's Myke TV.
And that's Jenn. We're cracking open the giant golden dome with the history of Epcot's wonders of life. Then we're reading what Reddit remembers about the pavilion and what might be inside of it today. First things first, there's stuff happening out there
All
that
over.
we haven't talked about yet.
So many things.
So the thing that I was excited to talk about is Avengers Doomsday. Okay, so that comes out later this year, and they released first big group shot promo art, official from the artists, and it is really cool. I don't know if you've seen it, but it has all the
I have
characters that are going to be
not.
in it. So you get all the little groupings, like they showed the X-Men, which is from the Fox universe. They show the Avengers. They show the new Avengers, which were the Thunderbolts. They show the
Hmm.
Fantastic Four. There's a Shang-Chi's hanging out there. And then you got Loki looming in the background.
This
And
is going to be a long movie, huh?
it's about, I think, 3 hours. I thought I had it written down, but it's like 2 hours and 46 minutes, something like that.
Oh, it's not,
Um,
I mean, it's long, but
it's
it's,
long, yeah.
not the worst I've seen.
And the reason why the runtime just got revealed was because they said tickets are going on sale very soon, very, very soon, I think in a week or something. So if you're listening to this and you are excited about Doomsday, like check the socials and the feeds to find out when that's happening.
Oh my God, when does it come out? Is it soon?
It comes out in December and
Dang, you could already buy tickets for it.
already
That's
buy
early,
tickets.
right?
It's very early.
Yeah, I was gonna
Not
say,
as
I thought it
early
was later.
not as early as the previous or the current record setter of early advance tickets, which is Chris Nolan's The Odyssey, which went on sale last summer.
Really?
Yeah, last summer.
What?
Right
It's coming out like now, right? Like
now,
this
yeah.
week.
And it's sold out IMAX. And
Last
it's
summer.
well, I know
Insane.
I know you did last summer. You bought Odyssey tickets. Somebody did. And the new Doomsday movie, Avengers Doomsday, is coming out the same day as Dune Part 3, the finale of the Dune trilogy, which is a
Wow.
huge fan base. I'm not one of them, but
Interesting.
huge fan base, huge money
So that's
maker.
gonna obviously be called Doomsday.
Dun dun. Yep, Doomsday
Oh, did I steal that?
is happening. Yeah, it's people have been trying to make it happen for a while, and it
Okay,
is
maybe
going
I've
to
seen
be.
it somewhere else.
I know it's going to be on the news the same way we had Barbenheimer.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's
people are
what I
going to
was
be
thinking about.
referring to it as Doomsday. Now, Dune Part 3 has already got the contract with IMAX to take all the IMAX screens.
Wow. For opening day only, or
Good question. I think for the first couple of weeks, like the exclusive window.
wow, that's
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
And Avengers Doomsday did not budge. And instead, they invented a brand new projection system called Infinity Vision. And it's being now um what's the word, configured in the theaters so that people can present their stuff, which is most likely going to be in like Dolby Vision's theaters, I think. So anyways, fascinating stuff. But the first time you're going to be able to see Infinity Vision is with the re-release they announced of Avengers Endgame in September in Infinity Vision. And I'm actually very excited. Like, I want to watch Infinity War on Disney Plus and then go watch the new re-released Endgame, which is going to have extra footage to tie it to Doomsday in December. Very exciting time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do we know anything about this Infinity Vision? Like what's new about it or breaking
Or
technology? Like what is it?
it was just like a bunch of corporate jargon that sounded like just another version of Dolby.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Figured.
Whereas I don't think there's necessarily new equipment. I could be wrong, but it's less new equipment. It's like how it's calibrated, and it has to be calibrated perfectly. The
Very
way
James
that
Cameron.
very James Cameron, and the one we all grew up with, the one certification that we all remember was THX.
Yeah.
That's mostly phased out now with Dolby and everything. But THX was nothing but a certification that that projector was trained on how to calibrate exactly to the specs of the film. That's all it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting stuff.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah.
You know
So
what's
Avengers
funny is I
Doomsday
always
Art.
thought THX, I think, unless I knew better, but I don't remember at the moment. I always thought THX was sound related because they do that big sound thing and it's
Mm,
just a logo on the screen, but it's probably the whole package, right?
you are correct that it is both. It used to be audio
Wow.
first, and then it was the whole package.
Okay, so it was audio at some point.
And THX is the short film that George Lucas first created at Cal Arts, his student film. It's called THX, and THX is Lucas, owned by Lucas. So there you go.
Gotcha.
All
Nice.
comes together.
It's all the same incestuous pool.
It is. Oh, yes, you can look at it that way. Also, Um, so the exciting part, going back to Avengers Doomsday announcements, is they said X-Men is officially going to be the next phase after these Avengers movies are finished. And if you don't want to watch all the things, there are so many things that happened between Endgame and now, between Disney Plus series, movies, and animated series and the Marvel feature presentations like Werewolf by Night. There was so much that happened. You could technically now just go and watch the Avengers movies and rewatch Endgame when it comes out, and you'll be fine. And you'll be totally
Okay.
fine. Yeah.
I mean, how do you feel about that?
I think that makes sense. It's like there's like layers and icebergs, and if you don't need to know the deep
Yeah.
iceberg, you can just watch the big fun team up movies, and the story kind of continues on.
I think it's a win because if people haven't watched them already by now, then they probably don't care enough to.
Right.
And like we'd rather have more people buying in because it makes more money and gives us more of the thing that we like.
Yeah.
So we got to kind of embrace it, right?
There you go. There you go.
Wow.
Uh, but speaking of Marvel and comic books and all this stuff, San Diego Comic Con is already happening in a couple of weeks, and every summer I go, oh, next year I'm gonna go and prepare all this. No, it's too late. Like I even looked it up. It's like
Oh
who
yeah.
it's way done. That's like
Way
somebody
gone.
trying to go to the D23 Expo a couple weeks before. So I've
Actually, you can
already
still get
missed that
tickets for
train.
D23 in some
Oh,
fashion,
there you
but
go.
yeah.
Those afternoon delights.
Yep. Afternoon delights.
So no San Diego Comic Con for the Disney Holics this year.
No, I still have yet to have been. Neither of us have, right?
Mm-mm. New
Okay,
York has
maybe we
one
should
too.
do it next year. Let's let's make it happen next year because there's no D23 next year.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, so
Destination
we have a
T.
gap year. Also, I can't even imagine doing Comic-Con and then I think it's back to back to back, right? It's like Comic-Con, then Midsummer Scream, then D23, like
Yeah.
all 3 weekends in a row.
Too many.
I'll die.
Too many.
Too
Uh,
much.
okay, and then over at Disney Springs, the new entertainment complex level 99 is officially open over at Disney World. And if you check out
I'm
YouTube,
jealous.
you can see all the influencers got invited. Of course, we don't get these invites. Hello, send us an invite.
Hello,
But they
we're
already went
here.
and covered it. It looks like so much fun, right up our alley.
Yeah, I'm at work right now, by the way. So if anybody hears any weird noisy stuff that is normally not on it, I'm at this weird setup. I have like a green screen thing that's stuck to the back of my chair. It's kind of funny. It's like one of those big things.
Oh,
I've never had one before. But anyway, gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, and that's just where we are. But with that said, I'm going to an offsite tonight, which is why I didn't have time to go home. And we are going to a Holy Moly, which
oh,
is like a mini indoor mini golf thing, but they have um like mini games you can do. They look like little mini games like you would see at level 99 or
oh,
Bam Kazam or something like that's reminding me of. So I'll have to report back on how that goes too.
very fun. More on level 99 as we look into it and hopefully visit it soon.
Yeah, I would love that. And I know that I've heard a lot about it from my escape room friends. There's one that's like, I think North Carolina or somewhere on the East Coast.
Yeah.
They already have one up there. Uh, man, it does sound like fun. Well, speaking of, D23 is just around the corner and Midsummer Scream right before that. So I'm full blown Halloween mood as soon as that July 5th ball dropped. I wasn't even like paying attention, and it just everybody else getting excited for that around me just like pushed me like completely over the edge of being back into Halloween time. So here we are. And then Midsummer Scream is happening the first week of July. And then right after that is D23. So stay tuned. Next week, I'm sure I'll have tons of information to share with you about
Wait, first
D23
week of
coming up.
August, Midsummer
Oh
Scream.
yeah, what did I say? July? Yes,
Okay.
August. Thank you.
Yeah.
What's today? What's happening? Yes, August. So yeah, in a couple weeks, it's gonna already be here, like maybe 3 weeks from now, right?
Nice.
Crazy to think about. Um, and speaking of Halloween, Disney Parks did their annual villainous teaser and they landed on the Disney Parks page on Instagram. Have you seen this yet?
I have seen it and
Okay,
I did correctly guess it before I looked it up.
correct. Oh, you looked
I
it
got
up.
it
It's the
correct.
answers out there.
Uh,
Okay. Or is it just speculation? Have Disney said
I
it?
think I mean, it's pretty obvious. Maybe let's talk about it.
Yeah. Tell listeners if they haven't seen it, what did the teaser look like?
Okay, so there's potions to brew of a certain like purplish color, and then you see a feather drop that looks a lot like the feather that Yzma wears on her collar,
Very much
and
so. I
she's a
think there's
potion
one more
girl.
thing at the end, right? Something else happens at the end. I forget what it was, but yes, I am with you. I think it's Yzma as well. I didn't really look into it. I just saw a bunch of people in the comments also saying it's Yzma. However, I am trying to picture how they're going to do that.
I looked it up too. Thank you very
Oh shoot.
much. I was very excited about this because I had the same question. In the past, so they could always do something different. In the past, it was a plastic head character,
Okay. So they've
but
had
that
her as a meet and greet before?
they have when the movie came out.
What?
However, these villains at Oogie Boogie Bash tend to interact with people, and they've had to make weird hybrid plastic head slash bottom moving human mouth. So who knows what this is going to look like?
Oh yeah, maybe like Jack Skellington. They
Uh-huh.
they're able to pull him off. Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
just thinking of
Okay.
that long, doesn't she have like a long, skinny, very skinny neck and stuff?
Yeah.
I'm like, how are they gonna do that? But yeah, very cute. I just like love that they have to have a new villain every single year. And so it's like, what's gonna happen when they run out?
Recirculate. They
Create
go back
more
to.
villains. Yeah. But it is very
Actually, you know what's
exciting, so that's a
so
good one to add.
funny side quest real quick is that I was seeing these videos from these DJs saying, let's normalize, is that the word? Let's normalize playing the same song twice because people didn't hear it the first time if they came later. So for example, in 4 years, someone might want Yzma and they don't want to wait like 15 years. So I'm okay with recycling as long as enough time has passed. But what do you think about the DJ thing? Like at the club or at a big party?
Well, that's so funny because you sent me a reel about them doing that same thing with movies.
Oh, about reboots and
Yeah, it's
prequels.
all
And
the
yeah,
same
it is
stuff.
all the same. Yeah,
I
you're
actually
right.
just went to a rave this weekend. I took Samson to his first drum and bass jungle rave in LA. How
Wow.
funny is
Okay.
that, right?
That is.
Um, and how do I feel about a DJ playing the same track? Um,
Let's say they played at 10:30 and then they played again at 1.
that's hard because it's never the same DJ. So I feel like they'd have to also be there the whole night to hear what the other DJs played to
Oh.
even know
Okay,
if
so
they
you're
can play it.
saying it does happen sometimes and it's because it's a different DJ.
Oh yeah, we have jokes in the jungle community about tracks that like, oh my God, if this next DJ also plays Messiah, there's this track named Messiah that like when it was popular, like every DJ would want to play it. And it was like we've heard it so many times tonight. So yes, for those of us who are there the whole night, it's annoying to hear the same
Oh,
music over and over. However, I understand why it happens.
yeah.
And I don't think it should be a courtesy though. It's not like, oh, these poor people that showed up at 1 a.m. haven't gotten to hear this song yet. Also,
Interesting.
just because there's so much music. Like
Yeah.
we don't, like don't repeat it because there's just so much music that that one song doesn't need to be replayed. Like ever, I don't think. Unless it's like a themed party that makes so much sense to play that song. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we have to play Defying Gravity again because it's a Wicked themed night or something like
Yeah,
that.
exactly. But then like with this villain thing, they have been recycling a lot of the villains. It's not like they never come back. So they
True.
just
It's
have
just like
more and
the one
more.
exclusive one that,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. They'll just have like more and more new ones adding to, and like sometimes they have the older ones pop in and not. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. But yeah, I think it's gonna be like an overcrowded Oogie Boogie Bash at one day, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Villains Land
Bring on the
before
villains.
Villains
Yeah.
Land.
In DCA, never knew it was gonna happen. Ah, all right. Well, what else is going on over in Epcot?
Oh, yes. So, gosh, we had an episode a long time ago that has spun off into so many episodes. And I believe it started with urban exploration, urbex,
Herbex, baby.
urbex as the cool kids
Don't
call
be a
it.
hater.
And an urbex episode we did about missing Buzzy and the people who go through these back rooms of places like Epcot and the the island that's over there. I forgot what it's called. So
Discovery Island.
Discovery Island,
Out of the
and
bag.
um, that all kept relating to Wonders of Life Pavilion because that's where Cranium Command is. So we said, let's do an episode about Wonders of Life Pavilion, and here we are. Here we are,
Here we are.
and in true fashion. Disneyholics fashion, we're going to do this as the history of the Wonders of Life Pavilion according to Myke TV. Dun dun.
Oh boy. Okay, so again, it's been a little bit. I feel like it's been a little while. So anyone who's new to the show, according to Myke TV, Myke, this is Myke TV. He loves to fib. He's a fibber. He loves making shit up, pulling pranks. He just loves it. So we have these segments that are whatever the topic, and then we add on according to Myke TV at the end, which means he'll be taking us on a journey and then adding in his own fibbery as we go through. And it's on your side of the things to call him out. So please feel free to play along and yell out fib, because I will certainly be screaming that in the microphone a bunch of times. Hopefully I'll know them all. And then at the end we get to see how many we actually caught.
Fibalib, and we're gonna make this
Fibalicious.
very easy to follow along. I'll pause every time I'm ready to find out if you think something is true or false, true or fib. So let's
Okay.
head over to Wonders of Life over at Epcot, October 1989, 7 years after the rest of Epcot opened. And they decided that they wanted to find a company that could sponsor the pavilion, and they wanted the pavilion to be health related edutainment, which is something we love about Epcot is the edutainment.
So much edutainment.
Yes, and it was very popular in the 80s in particular, health crazes. So now, is this inspiration a true or fib fact?
Get this true.
It is true. Dun-dun-dun. It was going to start off as a full-on health and fitness pavilion, and it was going to have huge sponsors. We had people like Exxon, we had people like General Motors, Kraft, we had MetLife, who actually finally signed to
That's a
sponsor
little
the pavilion.
more like that fits a little better than like Exxon doing
Yes.
the health and fitness. MetLife should definitely be in there. However, where was like what's her face with the Thigh Master? What was her name? Susan
Susan
Sarandon?
Summers.
Susan
Suzanne
Summer? Is
Summers.
it Summers? Oh, it was
Uh-huh.
Susan Sarandon. And then they should have had her with her Thigh Master supporting the fitness side of it. We could
I
have
like that.
had
I like that fib.
Richard Simmons.
Oh, good old Richard
How cool would that be?
Simmons.
Sweating to the oldies pavilion
Yeah.
section.
Oh,
I'd say
you could
that'd
have
be cute.
had the Disney one. What is it called? With Mickey and Minnie?
Yes,
Mouser
Mouser
size.
size
Mouser size. That would have been cool. Would have been cool.
would have been very. Yeah,
Um,
why do they not have a Mouser? Actually,
yeah.
I want to know why there
Yeah.
was no Mouser size
They
in
should
that
have.
building. Mouser size was the 80s, right? Didn't it come out in the
Yeah.
early 90s?
80s.
Yeah, what the heck?
Health
Okay.
and fitness. They wore like the 80s outfits and
They missed that. They could use
aerobics.
their own free sponsorship.
Yes. And by the way, the other sponsors I was listing out were existing ones that were already in partnerships that decided they didn't want to add this one on. So, like Exxon had energy, General Motors had the motion one. So they kind of made sense. Kraft had the land one, which is food dish,
Yeah.
food adjacent, right? And growing things and all that.
I mean, the
Uh,
whole stupid ride that you guys all love is all about food.
living with the land.
And they have that rotating restaurant in there.
Yep, where you can meet Chip Dale and Co.
And Kitchen Cabaret at the time, or
Yeah,
Food Rocks, one of the
food
two.
rocks.
Yeah, fitting.
Now,
Okay.
over back at its neighbor Wonders of Life Pavilion, I'm going to tell you about some of the things that were inside of it beyond the headliners that you already know. There are more things that existed in there
Right.
and smaller exhibits. We had activities, a lot that people forgot. And I'm going to name 7 of these, and you have to figure out which are the
Oh,
3
Jesus.
real ones.
Oh, 3 out of the 7. Okay.
3 out of the 7 are real
Weighing heavy on the fibs.
and a lot of
Typical.
fibs. All right. Coach's Corner, Pixar Placenta, Wonder Cycles, Goofy's Gland Free, Sensory
Gross.
Funhouse, Nightmare on Puberty Street, Sprouts, a health conscious cafe.
Okay. I'm pretty clear on the three that I think are our fibs. No, there's 4 fibs. Oh, shoot.
That's 4
I went the
fibs.
wrong way. I was supposed to remember the ones that are correct. Okay, can you just go through them again and I'll say true or fib as you go? There's
Okay.
too many to remember.
Coach's Corner.
I'm gonna say yes, true to that one.
You are correct.
Okay.
That went with food, I think. I think it was a food activity. I
Or
don't have that detail here.
exercise, maybe? I don't
Um,
know.
could be. Next one is, oh yeah, coach, that kind of coach. Okay. Next one
Oh
is
yeah, food coach.
Pixar Placenta
That one is definitely a fib.
because there was no Pixar around yet.
Oh, that's
That's why.
why. Hmm.
Pixar Placenta. Okay. The next one is Wonder Cycles.
I say that's true.
You are correct. That reminds
Okay.
me of the ones outside of the McDonald's by Disney World.
Yes, I always think of that anytime I think about any bike situation.
Health and fitness bicycles outside of McDonald's. Next one is Goofy's Gland Pre.
I'm gonna say that is a fib.
Correct.
Okay.
The next one is Sensory Funhouse.
I hope this is true. True?
True, that is correct.
Okay.
That leaves the other two as false. Nightmare on Puberty Street and Sprouts, a health conscious cafe.
Oh, I would have failed on the sprouts.
Oh, if you thought there was one more.
Yep.
Oh, good. That means I did that one good. That was inspired by me going to Sprouts a lot because I've been spending time in Arizona and it's a grocery store over here. Now, can we do a quick side quest about Nightmare on Puberty Street? So, the reason why I added that as a fib is because that was a real thing. And I don't know if you remember it, but it was very specific to the Bay Area. And only certain schools got it. And Newark was one of the counties that got it.
What? What is it?
Yeah. So,
Was it part of like state requirements or something? What was
okay. So
it?
I'll give you the rundown. So, there was the closest version that Disney had to this was the Making of Me, which is one of the things that was inside of Wonders of Life, where it was like how I'm
Oh.
created and formed. But this was specific to adolescence, and it was sponsored by Kaiser Permanente,
Oh,
and it
Nightmare
was
on
a
Puberty
right around at
Street.
Puberty Street. It was a full-on tour, and it was a play that we watched in the gym, and it was for middle school and
What?
junior high. So I must have seen it at Newark Junior High. And
Oh, that's
uh,
why I missed it. I was at St. Edward's
you were
still.
at Catholic school. They're probably like, no, we cannot teach them about any of this.
Actually,
No.
fun fact, I learned
Oh,
sex ed 2 years before everybody else did.
oh,
Like at
interesting.
Catholic school, we learned in second grade, and everybody else learned in fourth grade, which I think
Wow.
is so twisted.
It's
But we won't go
progressive.
there. That's another episode.
Yeah,
That's
that
for
is a
another podcast
that's for another
altogether.
podcast. No, we could always tie it back to Disney somehow. But yeah, so Nightmare on Puberty Street was a real thing, and it was about four middle schoolers who are getting older, and they do skits, songs, dance, and of course that cringy 90s rap.
Oh
They do
no,
a lot of
stop
that. I remember
it.
them on like monkey bars and stuff, and they had songs called like Secrets, and then there was something about STDs. Not even kidding you.
Oh my God, I have to look it up.
So, and then yeah, when I was looking this up, I couldn't believe that it was really only the Bay Area that got it. That it just made so much more sense that I just happened to see it, and that nobody, it's like a fever dream. Like anytime I normally bring this up, people don't know what I'm talking about. So,
So you do,
anyways,
you remember it still.
I definitely remember it, and when I
Oh
bring it
my
up,
gosh, how
yeah, I
funny.
definitely remember it, and it is true edutainment, and on the cusp of something Disney might have done. It just would have been a little bit maybe pulled back, but fascinating stuff.
That's crazy.
So yes, that was a fib. Next up, we do have a ride announcement that came to Wonders of a Life, and it was considered a thrill ride, and it was Epcot's first ever thrill ride, and that was Body Wars. 7
Yes.
years after Epcot opened, they got Body
Truth.
Wars. Yes, that is true. Now, thrill ride because it's like Star Tours, right?
Yeah, it's the same exact cars as Star Tours. Like you're in a
Motion
star
sim.
speeder, that's not a star speeder in that situation.
Oh,
It's
interesting.
very much like you're like the magic, it's like a magic bus ripoff,
Oh, Magic
in
School
my
Bus.
opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you go inside the body, you shrink down.
Yeah.
There was a movie called Inner Space in the 80s, 90s that makes me think of that stuff with Martin
Adventure through inner
Short.
space.
Whoa. Now, Body Wars was directed by a Star Trek um, fan favorite, Spock himself, Leonard
Oh,
Nimoy, directed
nice.
Body Wars. And he got the help from Industrial Light and Magic to do the special effects, which is cool. We were just talking about THX earlier.
Wait, I'm supposed to be calling, I'm supposed to say it's a fib.
What's a fib?
It's Leonard Nimoy.
First of all, Leonard Nimoy also directed Three Men and a Baby, which was a cool movie back in the day.
What the
So
heck with the
he was
ghost?
a film director, and he did direct Body Wars.
No, he didn't.
He
Really?
did, yeah.
What the heck?
Hidden talents of Spock
3 Men and a Baby. How did he land on 3 Men and a Baby and Body
and
Wars?
Body Wars. Yeah,
That's
very strange.
so weird.
Very strange. Um, Body Wars was built on the same flight simulator tech as Star Tours, as we just talked about. They hold 40 riders each. Does that seem about right, or more or less than you thought?
Yeah, probably. It's like 10 seats per row, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that. Maybe 8 seats and 5 rows. I don't know.
All right. And then we have The Making of Me, which I briefly mentioned with Nightmare on Puberty Street. So, The Making of Me was more or less a short film. It starred Martin Short, who I just mentioned from the movie Inner Space. Look at all these things connecting. And it was really about where babies came from. And it was so
Fib.
scientifically accurate and introducing concepts to young
Fib.
people that Disney had to do a content warning outside the theater.
Fib. And did they hand condoms out after the theater showing?
So the answer is this is true.
No, it's
It's
not.
true. Yep. There was a
About
warning
how
sign.
babies were made?
Yeah. There was a sign outside. And they tried to play up like the birds and the bees on the outside sign so the parents would understand what they're about to walk into is things
Oh,
like
right.
the sperm and the egg, but it was all animated. But you know what? In like the 80s, we had weird things like Schoolhouse Rock. And I mean, not that that has anything to do with sex ed, but I can picture it in that animation style just being like, oh, okay, I guess that's okay for kids. Seeing the sperm going,
Yeah, I feel like I've seen the video before, but I didn't realize it was from uh Wonders of Life Pavilion.
yeah, Making of
That's
Me.
crazy.
These are things, when people ask if you could have a time machine, what would you do? A lot of it is these defunct rides I would go back
Yeah,
on at
that's what I
Disney.
want them to do with Star Tours. Just turn it into like a defunct ride through. It'd be so fun. Just like relive all these old memories, you know?
Old memories.
Nostalgia is part of our emotions, right?
It is.
She's hiding in the closet right now, but at my age, she's out and proud.
She did show up in Inside Out too, right? She
Just for a
popped out
second. And
and
they're
then came
like,
back
too
in.
early to get back.
Now, do you remember seeing a 75-foot tall, sharp looking sculpture in front of Wonders of Pavilion and what it was?
Um, does it happen to be in the background on our YouTube?
Yes. And it was big, tall strand of human hair magnified under a microscope.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna say human DNA. That's disgusting. I love it. Okay.
Actually, you got it correct. First of all, I didn't know
Oh,
it
it's a
was gonna be.
fib.
It is a fib. It's not hair. It is a DNA strand, and you are correct. And I didn't realize it would be on our YouTube if you're watching YouTube during this game.
I
Now the
don't remember
dome.
it though. That was a fib by me.
It is an interesting one. For some reason, I thought DNA. I'm going to sound pretty stupid. Like I didn't think DNA was a thing yet in the 80s, but I guess it must have been.
DNA testing wasn't a thing yet.
Oh, fair enough. To me as a child, my first introduction to DNA was Jurassic Park.
Oh, yeah, probably mine too.
Right?
Yeah.
Until later we learned more in like science, but I remember the cartoon dude.
Yeah.
Now, the big gold dome that is the Wonders of Life is 65 feet high and 250 feet in diameter, one of the largest structures at Future World at the time. Now, as the names and neighborhoods have changed, we have much bigger things there, like Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind, Ride Building. Pretty
Amazing.
cool. The pavilion
That's still sitting
itself,
there.
it's still sitting there. The gold pavilion cost about 100 million to make
Holy
and
moly.
has enough space containing 100,000 square feet of floor where they could put stuff in.
Wow.
Yeah, huge,
That's
huge,
wild.
huge.
I wonder if those buildings connected to the back of it. I'm looking at the picture in our YouTube right now. If those are show buildings for anything. But
Oh,
I
interesting.
don't think it, well, I guess the Body Wars was probably pretty large. the amount of footprint it needed. I
Pretty
don't know
big.
how many cabins it had though. It might have just been one. I don't know.
Yeah. And like, where is the actual theater for Cranium Command? Is it still under the dome or is it somewhere
Yeah,
else?
I don't know.
Which is
You're right.
the next very well known attraction from Wonders of Life, which takes us into the mind or the brain of a 12-year-old kid. And if you go back to episode 292, we did a whole section on that.
Good old Buzzy.
Good old Buzzy. Now, MetLife, who we mentioned was the sponsor for Wonders of Life, ended its sponsorship in June of 2001 after a years-long clash with Disney over MetLife's insistence on putting Snoopy and Peanuts characters in the pavilion. So MetLife and Snoopy are the. Do you remember all the commercials back then? It was
Yeah,
always Snoopy. Yeah.
yeah.
Um. And yeah, so
I mean, what were they thinking though? You can't just like bring some other IP into a Disney park.
you know who sure did Star Tours, Indiana Jones.
It's different. It's entertainment. I guess Snoopy
Oh,
is
okay.
entertainment, but
Yeah.
huh.
It's something
Yeah, I
seems
don't
off
know.
too because it's also like a character and a mascot, cartoon and a
Yeah.
mascot. Yeah.
And they aren't like opening a Snoopy ride. Like something like that
Yeah.
might make more sense than just like having them around. That would be just confusing to patrons, I would think.
Imagine an
Guests, rather.
alternative world where they did, and then they ended up acquiring peanuts, and it became
Right?
normal, like Muppets and all that.
Oh my gosh.
Peanuts. Okay. After closing the Wonders of Life, it spent about a decade as a festival center for the Flower and Garden and Food and Wine festivals. This is where guests could buy wine, and they would have also seminars in there, and they would have kiosks and booths about how to manage your health, which, yeah, I didn't realize that does go back to what it was, in a way, what it was thematically,
Right.
just different vehicles in the form of the festival center. I do kind of miss those. I remember going to a seminar in there. I remember going to a brunch that had a chef talking about plants in the brunch as we were eating it. It was a ticketed event. I went with my mom and my sister. Um, so yeah, I didn't realize that was gone or if it got moved or what. Huh.
I do remember going in there also during, I think it was like kind of dark in one of the areas, which is nice. It's like a
Yeah.
cool, dark area to like hide in when it was hot outside.
Cool Hand Luke. Now, in 2019, huge announcement that was going to be world changing to Disney World. A full on reimagining of Epcot, particularly the front half outside of World Showcase. And one of those components was going to be rebranding the World of Wonders of Life into the Play Pavilion, Play exclamation point. And it was supposed to open in 2022 and it was going to be interactive. It had a lot of like emoji looking Disney things. um I don't know. It was giving like it was going to get outdated real quick. I wasn't too excited about it. We were at D23, I believe, when they announced it. Do you remember this and what do you think about it?
Um, I think I was just looking at their app to see if they have an exclamation point at the end. They have a Play, Disney Parks
Yeah.
Play app. Um, I can't remember if this is true or a fib. It sounds right. Are we still in Fibland?
Yeah,
Is it
we
still
are
according to Mike
still
TV?
this is still according to Mike
Um,
TV.
I can't remember. I do remember them saying they wanted to do something with it, but I don't, but nothing was ever like, I don't think it was ever in fruition enough to announce it at D23. So I'm going to call fib.
Wow.
Did it happen?
So yeah.
It was
And
real?
yeah, and so quickly some of us forget, and that's okay because that's what
Yeah.
they want us to forget. I mean, it was not only was it announced, there was concept art, is being compared to Disney Quest, and in the Epcot Preview Center at Epcot, which a lot of it was just the same model from D23. They had a whole section about it, and here's the kicker. It was so interactive and heavily relied on touching things with your hands. And then a year later, pandemic happened and it just was like,
Wah,
no.
wah, wah, wah.
One of the first projects to get canceled and just kind of quietly disappeared off of all the announcements and the Epcot updates. Then slowly we kept losing more things at Epcot, like that elevated garden that was supposed to happen, where the Dreamer statue of Walt was actually supposed to be way up high and not on the ground. A lot of things got cut. The redo of Spaceship Earth with the new technology and new storyline gone. But yeah, Play Pavilion was one. So Wonders of Life, yet again, was left abandoned in its gold dome, dilapidated state. It has spent more closed years now than it has opened. Very sad.
Ooh,
And some people just say it's
math.
the graveyard next to Guardians.
2007 it closed, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause that's already 20, almost 20 years just there, let alone the seven on top of it that it was open. Oh my God. Yeah,
Rotting. It's rotting.
RIP. But honestly, I think like I can't imagine that doing super well at this point in time. Like it would do great if it opened up in like Disney Springs or something, but
Yeah.
not in Epcot. Like it's
Yeah.
just nobody wants to do that stuff anymore. Like Interventions was cool when it was first opened, and even that got outdated real
Yeah.
fast, you
And the
know?
stuff like when you walk out of a lot of the Epcot rides, they have stuff and people walk right past it.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like, and those are so outdated that I can't even believe they still let us interact with them. They're like
You know what?
faded.
We were playing that Disney Jeopardy by the Inside the Magic people just last night, I think it was. And one of the questions showed it was like show buildings or something. I can't remember what it was called, like something about rides and attractions. And it was one of those rooms, like a bunch of like the stands you could press buttons on and do stuff, right? Like these little
Yeah.
games. And I was like, what the heck is this? I've never seen this before. I was like, but it looks like something that would be in Epcot. And I saw like a satellite on it. So I was like, all right, so maybe Mission to Mars. Wait, not Mission to Mars, Mission Space. Wow, Mission to Mars is old school
Uh-huh.
Disneyland. But Mission Space, and then that's what it was. But I was like, I don't think I've ever seen that. So we probably exit some other way. I don't even remember walking through that. There's like a ton of them, like all stationed to aim towards a big screen. I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
Also, I don't go on that ride very often either. So maybe that's just it. Do you remember it?
Epcot. Not too well.
Yeah, it's not very spectacular.
I'm also trying to think about I feel like we did an episode at some point about it, but like armchair imagineering, exactly what we would want
That's a good one.
in Wonders
Have
of
we done
Life.
that? Oh,
I
in
don't
Wonders of
know.
Life specifically?
Wonders of Life and keeping it with the health and wellness theme.
Okay,
Yeah.
we should
Let's
do that. That'd be fun.
let's put that in our armchair list. But that's it. That's it for the history of Wonders of Life. It has gone through a lot of stages and it is currently abandoned and waiting for the Disneyholics to come up with a storyline.
Wait, I must have missed some fibs because there was hardly any in there.
Yeah.
Or is that just the game itself? You just pulled a prank on me of not having a
No,
lot of fibs?
we tricked you on a couple of places, or like kind of tripped you up where you thought some true things were fibs. It was the opposite of what
Yeah,
you,
the
yeah,
opposite. I was like dying
yeah,
for the fibs this time. I was just
yeah.
expecting all of them.
But and then
Hilarious.
the fibs, the biggest fib that I got away with, actually the only fib that you didn't catch, the only fib you didn't catch
Which
was
one?
Snoopy.
Oh, okay.
Yep. They never tried to push Snoopy on it, but I thought that would be a fun one because it'd be interesting if that really happened.
And he's all over Knott's Berry Farm, which would be even more weird.
Oh, you're
But that's far
right.
away from Disney World, at least for
Yeah.
Epcot.
There'd be some weird contract where Disneyland couldn't add any Snoopy
Not
rides to the
within
not to
30
Toontown.
miles of any Disney park or
Yep.
something.
Ay, ay, ay. Okay,
Ay, ay,
so
ay.
we always love to
Wonders of
hear
life.
what other Disney fans think. So I thought we would wrap up this Wonders of Life segment with a Reddit on Reddit Wonders of Life edition. Just pulled some fun memories that people had of Wonders of Life on
Yeah.
Reddit. So there were some really cool things apparently in the sensory funhouse that would like trick your skin into
Yeah,
thinking
it
it's
sounds
hot or
cool.
cold. And
Ooh.
um, stuff like that. And I don't know, people had very specific memories and they were getting excited on Reddit when somebody would riff on it and they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, I remember that."
That's cute.
Um, People also remembered injuries for some reason on in the Wonders of Life. So I don't know if that meant there were just a lot of interactive
What the
things like
heck?
we
It was
were
like
just
too
talking about.
interactive.
Yeah, too interactive. Somebody sprained their wrist. Somebody lost their watch. Somebody poked their eye. There you go. Pretty crazy,
Careful.
crazy
Gotta be
stuff.
careful. That's
And
hilarious.
there was apparently a champagne bar that would show up during the Food and Wine Festival when it was used as the festival pavilion, and they would pop the champagne corks onto the roof of the old exhibits that were just like covered in the curtains.
Rude.
And there was roofs full of corks by the end of each festival.
I still need to know. It reminds me of how everybody shoots off their hair ties at the top of Expedition Everest. Like, how is
Expedition
that a thing?
Everest.
Why hair ties?
Did we talk about that
No.
they had relocated the tree in the swamp with the shoes hanging on it of the skippers who have retired?
Yes.
Yep, because of the new hotel coming.
Yes,
Moved it.
very cool. I love that they kept it.
The corks for some reason were reminding me of those kind of shenanigans because
Yeah.
these are cast members doing the corks. Um,
That's hilarious.
a lot of people, a very popular topic of Wonders of Life subreddits were related to the Buzzy story, of course. So there's just so much misinformation on these Reddit threads about Buzzy and what happened to him and how many people were arrested. There were some like conclusions that were upvoted, and people believe that they found Buzzy eventually in a pond nearby. I'm like, what? Where did that come
That
from?
would be so cool if that was true.
And
Like somebody
spooky.
just
Imagine
ditched it
seeing it.
before they got caught.
Yeah. Man, oh man. So again, go back to episode 292 if you want more on Buzzy and Cranium Command. There was a lot of just banter about why hasn't it been demolished? Why is it still there? Why would they get rid of attractions like Body Wars and not completely replace the pavilion? You know, people upset that they removed things without adding to it.
It's so common though, right? We had there's a section of that urban exploration thing, and we talked about that.
Yep.
It's like it's too costly to remove it, but it's too costly to run it, and it's not popular enough.
Oh, yeah.
Costs too much to run it compared to how many people are coming through.
It's a loss. It operates at a loss. Uh,
That's interesting. I bet you if we looked back in history, it's either the ride is not popular that got removed, or it got replaced for something for whatever reason. Like Guardians of the Galaxy replacing Tower of Terror was for a reason, right?
oh
It's
yeah.
gonna be Avengers Campus. So otherwise, Tower of Terror was doing just fine.
Yeah,
But I
and
bet you that's a popular trope of that.
it's also a I think a missing piece of this mystery that at least I haven't come across is when they did shut down things like uh Cranium Command and all that. Like, was there a much bigger plan? They just didn't have like the expos back then to announce them, and so we
Right.
didn't know what it was going to
Yeah.
be.
Oh, that is interesting to think about. Now we get to hear so much of the details that you
Yeah.
just really never got before. That's
We never
crazy.
got them before. Now, funny thing on Reddit, somebody called the Wonders of Life Pavilion a corporate junk drawer for Disney. They just put things in there, literally storage and all that kind of stuff.
How
Currently
sad.
inside, probably festival stuff inside too. And I would say, last but not least, is a funny thread about a Mandela effect. If you don't mind explaining again what that is.
Mandela effect is when you have a vivid memory of something that you cannot prove to be true anymore. Like it's been changed, like a multiverse moment or something. I'm not explaining that well at
It's
all.
like, yeah, like, and collectively a collective group of people usually also remember at the same
Yeah,
time, and so it makes it feel so real, but it didn't actually exist. And there's a Mandela effect that a lot of people jumped on, saying there was a desert biome that also reminded them of Burning Man
What
that
the
was
heck?
inside of the Wonders of Life Pavilion, and it was just a walkthrough. And several people have sworn they remember it too, but they
Wait, they
also
actually did have a walkthrough?
no, they didn't. But
No,
people
nothing. Okay.
remember that it happened, and people are like, "Nope, that didn't exist." And there's no proof that that existed. But
It's
several
so
people.
interesting. I always wonder if it's like something that happened nearby or like in another theme park that they're mixing up.
Oh, that's true. Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you're little. It's all just one big mush at that
One big
point,
mush.
right?
Well, that's Wonders of Life for you.
That's wonders of life for ya. The facts of life, the wonders of life. I love it. Well, thank you for taking us down that tour of the pavilion that has not been forgotten. And it's so gaudy, you can't forget it, right? It's
Yeah.
like you always notice the wonders of life pavilion. Anytime you've ever been to Epcot, it's just you might not have been inside of it. But we also wanted to take a moment today before we end the episode to give a huge shout out to our Patreon members.
Woo.
Thank you, everyone in our Krakatoa Punch level. That's Jessica, Ned, Pamela, Dawn, Christina, and Kylie.
And in our Tiki Rum category, we got Agent X, Andrew, Cherie, Courtney, Joy, Kayla, Laura, Lisa, and our friends at Skywalking Through Neverland. Thank you, Patreons.
Thank you, guys. Love you, love you, love you. All right, so today we talked about the Wonders of Life Pavilion, and we did a Myke TV, according to Myke TV session. And we talked about some other fun things that we just have coming up that we wanted to be excited about. So, pretty standard Disney Holics episode.
Standard Disney Holics episode. Well, thank you all for listening, and we hope you enjoyed episode 296 of the Disney Holics Show.
Follow us on social media at the Disney Holics.
And if you'd like to get in touch, send us a DM on Instagram or contact us at thedisneyholics.com. Okay, bye.
Bye.